Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is this. As you can see right here, if you take a closer look at this channel, they've only uploaded 20 videos so far. And with just those 20 uploads, they've already gained around 86.9 thousand subscribers. Now, if you actually go through their videos, the numbers are pretty crazy. One video has 2.3 million views. Another one has over 1 million, then 316,000 views, 279,000 views. And if you scroll through the rest of their uploads, you'll notice that pretty much every single video has a lot of views. And again, remember, this channel has only uploaded 20 videos total, and it's not just this one channel. Let me show you another example. This channel right here has also uploaded around 20 videos, and if you look at the views, they're doing really well too. One video has 1.3 million views, another has 150,000 views, and the rest of their videos are also getting really solid numbers. In fact, there are a few more channels like this. If you check them out, you'll notice the same pattern. Most of their videos are pulling in a lot of views. The reason behind this is the type of content they're uploading. These are called Ghibli-style animation videos, and people absolutely love watching them. The interesting part, though, is that most people don't even realize these videos can actually be created using free AI tools, and it's honestly much easier than you'd expect. When I started researching this, I noticed something really surprising. The competition online is still very low. There are only a handful of channels consistently uploading this type of content. So right now, there's actually a huge opportunity here. You can start uploading these kinds of videos too. And since these are long-form videos, they tend to grow faster and reach monetization much quicker. Like I showed you earlier, with just 20 videos, that one channel already crossed 86.9 thousand subscribers, which is pretty insane. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is head over to ChatGPT. Once you're on ChatGPT, the process is actually really simple. Just watch closely and you'll get it right away. What I'm going to do is type a prompt where I ask ChatGPT to give me 10 story ideas that I can use to create Ghibli-style animation videos. In these animations, there are going to be 4 main characters: a grandpa, a grandma, and their grandson and granddaughter. I also tell ChatGPT that the videos should feel peaceful, natural, and relaxing. Nothing too complicated, just simple, calming stories that people enjoy watching. Now, the exact prompt I'm using is on the screen right here, so you can take a look at it. If you want, you can tweak it a little based on your needs, or you can simply copy and paste the same prompt. As soon as I hit the send button, ChatGPT instantly understands what I'm asking for and gives me 10 different story ideas. Now, all I have to do is pick the one I like the most. Let's say I choose this one right here. After that, I ask ChatGPT to write a 1-minute script based on that idea. And just like that, it generates a short 1-minute video script for me. At this point, you should read through the script carefully. If everything looks good, you can move forward. But if something feels a little off, you can always adjust it however you like. Once the script is ready, the next step is to generate visuals for the story. But before we do that, I like to save the script. After that, we're going to visit a YouTube channel. Open any video you want, because what we're going to do here is collect reference images. For example, I'm going to grab a few screenshots from this video. You should do the same thing. Take screenshots of different scenes so we can show ChatGPT the exact style we want. Once that's done, we go back to ChatGPT. You'll see an upload option, so click on that and upload all the screenshots you just took. After uploading them, we're going to write a short prompt. In simple words, I tell ChatGPT, look at all the images I uploaded. Study the style, the colors, the environment, basically every detail. Then, based on the 1-minute script you wrote earlier, create image generation prompts for every single scene in that story. These prompts will help us generate images that match the exact style we want. By the way, all these prompts will also be available in our Telegram channel, so you can grab them from there. But you can also just pause the video and write them down yourself if you want. Now, as soon as I hit submit, ChatGPT starts generating everything. But if you look carefully, at the very top, it gives something called a master prompt. And this master prompt is extremely important. Let me explain why. Sometimes when you generate images, they might end up looking too realistic. But what we actually want is a Ghibli animation style. So whenever we generate an image, we add this master prompt along with the scene prompt, because the master prompt contains all the important details about how the Ghibli style should look: the colors, lighting, atmosphere, and overall vibe. Below that, ChatGPT also gives separate prompts for keeping the characters consistent: one for the grandma, one for the grandpa, one for the grandson and one for the granddaughter. This allows us to generate each character individually first. However, there's a small issue. If we manually paste the master prompt every single time before generating a scene, it can get really repetitive. So I simply tell ChatGPT in plain language to automatically include the master prompt inside every scene prompt. What ChatGPT does then is combine the master prompt with every scene prompt it generated earlier, so everything stays consistent and in the correct animation style. Now that we have our prompts ready, the next step is to open Whisk AI. If you don't already have an account, you can easily create one. It only takes a minute. Once you're inside the tool, click on Enter Tool. You'll see an interface with a prompt box, an aspect ratio option, and a Generate button. Normally, you would paste your prompt here and click Generate. But if you look at the result, sometimes it might not generate the correct Ghibli animation style. So what we do instead is copy the master prompt first, because that's where all the important style details are written. We paste the master prompt into the prompt box first. Then we copy the grandmother character prompt and paste it right after the master prompt. Now when we click Generate, you can see the result. The grandmother character looks perfect and exactly in the animation style we wanted. Now that you understand how the master prompt works, we repeat the same process for the other characters. We copy the master prompt again, paste it, then add the grandfather character prompt, and generate the image. As you can see, the grandfather character also turns out really good. So we download that image as well. Next, we remove the grandfather prompt and replace it with the granddaughter character prompt. Generate the image, and again, we get a really nice result. We repeat the same thing for the grandson, and now all 4 characters are generated. Make sure to download all of these images. If the results don't look perfect the first time, just generate them again a couple of times until you get a good one. In my case though, I tried it once and it came out perfectly. Now on the left side, you'll see a slide button. Click that, then go to the subject section, where you'll find an upload option. Here we upload the 4 character images we just generated. You might be wondering why we're doing this. Let me explain. After uploading, you'll see that all 4 characters are selected. Now, whenever we generate a scene, we should only select the character that appears in that specific scene. For example, if there's a scene where only the grandmother is cooking in the kitchen, normally the AI might generate a completely new face every time. But because we already uploaded the grandmother character and selected it, the tool will generate the scene using the exact same character, keeping everything consistent. And that's how we maintain character consistency throughout the entire animation. Now the next step is generating the environment. For that, we go back to ChatGPT again and copy the environment prompt. Then we return to the tool, paste the prompt, and click Generate. Now the environment image is generated as well, and we'll use this background later in the video. Download that image too. After that, click the left side button again and go to the Scene section. Here we upload the background image we just generated. What this does is allow us to create scenes with similar backgrounds without changing the overall environment. So now everything is ready. We have the characters, we have the background, and we have the scene prompts. All that's left to do now is generate each scene one by one for the entire story. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is copy the prompt for our first scene, since that's the one we're about to generate an image for. After that, we head back to our tool. Here we select the grandfather character because that's the character we need for this particular scene. Then we paste the prompt and click Generate. Now as you can see, the image does generate, and honestly it looks pretty good. But there's one small problem. The scene is supposed to have rain, and in this image there's no rain at all. So to fix that, we go back to ChatGPT. Here I explain the issue clearly. I tell ChatGPT that in the first scene, the rain isn't showing up even though it's mentioned in the prompt. As soon as I send that message, ChatGPT immediately understands and gives me an extra prompt specifically for the first scene to fix the rain effect. So we copy that prompt, go back to our tool, paste it, and click Generate again. And this time, as you can see, the image comes out exactly the way we wanted. Now we repeat the same process for the second scene. We copy the second scene prompt, go back to the tool, select whichever character appears in that scene, paste the prompt, and click Generate. And just like that, the second image is generated. We continue doing the same thing for the third scene, the fourth scene, and so on. The important thing to remember here is this. Before generating any scene, always check which character is supposed to appear in that scene, and select that character from the side panel. Then generate the image. There's one more thing you should keep in mind. Let's say you don't want the same background in every scene. For example, maybe in one scene the family is sitting in a restaurant eating together. If you leave the previous background selected, the tool might keep generating the same background again. So in that case, just unselect the background, and the AI will automatically generate a new background based on whatever your prompt describes. So by following this exact process, You can generate all the images for your story one by one. If any image doesn't look right, simply delete it and generate it again. Sometimes making small adjustments to the prompt can give you a much better result. Alright, so now that all our images are ready, there's nothing left to generate. The next step is to animate these images and turn them into videos. To do that, we go back to ChatGPT again. Here I tell ChatGPT that the images are ready, but now we need animation prompts for each scene so we can turn those images into short videos. I also specify that the videos should feel relaxing, the character movements should be slow and natural, and the overall vibe should be calm and peaceful. Once I send that message, ChatGPT quickly generates animation prompts for each scene. The main prompt it gives is the one we're going to use. So we copy that prompt, and now we head over to Flow AI. If you don't already have an account there, you can create one easily. They usually give you free credits, which you can use to generate videos. Even after those credits run out, there are plenty of other video generation tools that give free daily credits, so you can still keep generating videos every day. And if you want to learn about more free tools like that, you can join our Telegram channel where I explain everything in detail. Now, once you're inside Flow AI, click on New Project. After that, select Frames to Video. Then upload the first image from your scene. You can choose the aspect ratio depending on what type of video you want to make. Below that, you'll see a prompt box. Technically, you could generate the video without a prompt, but the result probably won't match what you want, so it's always better to add your prompt. Once we paste the prompt and click Generate, the video gets created, but if you watch it carefully, you might notice something. The character isn't really moving. It looks almost like a still image. So to fix that, we go back to ChatGPT again and explain the issue. Here I simply write that the video needs visible character movement, and that the character should move naturally within the scene. As soon as I send that, ChatGPT understands and generates separate animation prompts for each scene. So we copy the prompt for the first scene, go back to our tool, paste it, and click Generate again. Within a few seconds, the video is generated. And now if you look closely, you'll see the character movement looks much more natural and smooth. So we download that video. Next, we upload the second image, copy the second scene prompt, paste it, and generate the video again. And if you look at this one, it actually looks really nice. Very calm, very clean, and honestly pretty relaxing to watch. And videos like this are exactly the type that often go viral, because people enjoy watching peaceful and simple animations. So we download that video as well. Then we just repeat the same process for all the remaining scenes. It's actually very simple, and if anything doesn't look right, you can always adjust the prompt slightly and generate it again. Once all the scenes are generated, the final step is editing. You can use any editing tool you want, on your phone or laptop, whatever you're comfortable with. The editing itself is very simple. All you really need to do is add some sound effects and background music. Most of the time, these AI tools already generate sound effects and music automatically, but if you want, you can replace them with your own. You can also add a few visual effects if you like, and just like that, your video will be ready. Now, when it comes to monetization, let me explain it very simply. If you add a little bit of voiceover in certain parts of the video, for example, when the grandpa's walking outside or when the grandma is cooking, just small bits of narration here and there, then your chances of monetization become much higher. Even without voiceover, there's still a good chance the video could get monetized, but adding even a little narration makes it much safer. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I spend a lot of time making these videos for you guys, so a little support really means a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.